Have you ever been talking to someone who just seems to convince you about something without you realizing it? Imagine this. You're shopping, and a salesperson comes up, not just selling a thing, but making you feel like you really want it. They tell stories about how it's perfect for you, and before you know it, you're thinking it's exactly what you need. That's the art of seduction. Welcome back, seekers of influence and mastery. Today, we are going to delve into the hidden world of seduction, where allure, charm, and manipulation intertwine. It's not just a game. It's like a fancy dance where you control and convince others. Stick around as we uncover the hidden tricks, the clever moves that give you power over what people think and feel. In this world, those who know how to charm have the keys to being on top. Get into this art, and you won't just grab attention. You'll control how things turn out. Let's get started. Firstly, you need to understand what dark psychology seduction truly means. Dark psychology seduction refers to using sneaky, manipulative tactics to influence and control others without their awareness. It involves exploiting psychological triggers and emotions to make someone do what you want. Picture someone subtly playing with your feelings or thoughts to get you to act in a certain way without you even realizing it. It's like being gently pushed to do something you might not have done if you were fully aware of what was happening. Dark psychology seduction can involve manipulation, deceit, and exploiting vulnerabilities to gain power or advantage over someone else. It's a crafty, often hidden way of getting people to do things or think in ways that benefit the manipulator. A classic demonstration of dark psychology seduction in play unfolds like this. Consider the following scenario. Alice met Bob at a party, and he seemed to be very interested in her. He complimented her on her appearance, intelligence, and personality, and offered to buy her drinks and drive her home. Alice felt flattered and attracted to him, and agreed to go out with him. Bob continued to shower her with attention and affection, and told her that he loved her after a few weeks. Alice believed him and felt happy and lucky to have him. However, soon, Bob started to change his behavior. He became more controlling and demanding, and criticized Alice for her choices, opinions, and friends. He accused her of being ungrateful, selfish, and unfaithful, and made her feel guilty for not doing everything he wanted. He isolated her from her social network and made her dependent on him. He also became more aggressive and violent, and threatened to hurt her or himself if she ever left him. Alice felt trapped and scared, and didn't know how to escape from him. This is a typical case of dark psychology seduction, where Bob used covert emotional manipulation, social scalping, and dark triad traits to lure Alice into a toxic and abusive relationship. Such instances are pretty common in our day-to-day lives. You often come across people who might use certain tactics to make you do what they want. Thus, it is important to be aware of it. Types of seducers. Moving to the next section of the video. Now we are going to discuss what are the different types of seducers. In the world of seduction, various archetypes exist, each characterized by distinct traits and approaches. There's the charmer, who's really charming, the daring rake, and the sweet ideal lover. They all have different tricks they use to make people interested in them, playing on what people like and how they think to get their attention. Let's break down some common types of seducers. 1. The siren or charmer. The siren or charmer in dark psychology, seduction manipulates others through captivating charm and charisma, making them feel special and irresistibly drawn to their magnetic personality. This manipulation involves exploiting emotions and creating a sense of allure, ultimately gaining control over individuals by playing on their vulnerabilities. 2. The rake. In dark psychology seduction, the rake uses their charm and allure to manipulate people. They make themselves irresistible and create an exciting chase, drawing others in with mystery and passion. This keeps people hooked and can lead to them being controlled and manipulated emotionally. 3. Ideal lover. The ideal lover in dark psychology. Seduction exploits emotional vulnerabilities, using attentiveness and romantic gestures to manipulate deep emotional connections. They skillfully fulfill emotional needs to gain control and influence, leveraging intimacy for their advantage, without genuine care or commitment. 4. The dandy in dark psychology seduction. The dandy uses a carefully created image of sophistication and charm to manipulate and attract others. They make themselves look irresistible, pulling people into their influence with a well-crafted appearance that hides their real intentions and motives. 5. The coquette. The coquette in dark psychology. Seduction manipulates by creating an addictive cycle of attention and withdrawal. They lure with mystery, then distance themselves, leaving targets eager for validation. This hot and cold behavior fosters dependency, heightens intrigue, and keeps victims ensnared in a constant quest for their approval. To sum up, the world of seduction has different types of people, who each have their own way of drawing others in. Whether it's someone charming or someone who plays hot and cold, knowing these styles helps us understand how people interact. Understanding these archetypes can shed light on the diverse methods people employ in the subtle art of seduction. As you deal with these ways, people attract you. Be careful, notice the signs, and make smart choices for relationships. Techniques used for seduction. Now we are going to discuss about the most effective techniques that are used for seduction. Remember, these are extremely toxic, and I do not recommend using them, but you do need to be aware of them in order to protect yourself. Number 1. Deceptive commitment. Deceptive commitment involves falsely portraying a desire for a committed relationship while avoiding genuine commitment. It entails offering promises of a future together without intending to follow through. To seduce using this, someone might profess deep affection and commitment, promising a future together, yet maintaining distance or avoiding concrete steps towards a real relationship. They string the other person along, leveraging emotions to keep them invested without any genuine intention of a lasting commitment. This manipulation relies on creating an illusion of commitment to keep the other person engaged without actual commitment or follow-through. Signs of deceptive commitments. Here are some phrases and signs that might indicate deceptive commitment in a relationship. Recognizing these cues is crucial for maintaining genuine connections. First up, vague promises. If you hear phrases like someday, eventually, or we'll see, without concrete plans or timelines, it might signal deceptive communication. Next, mixed signals. Pay attention when words don't align with actions. If someone expresses commitment but engages in behaviors that contradict those words, it could be a sign of deception. Moving on to lack of consistency. Declarations of commitment are great, but consistent follow-through is crucial. If promises are sporadic and not upheld over time, there might be a communication issue. Then, non-committal language. Phrases like, "I'm not ready," "I need more time," or "let's not rush into things" can be red flags, suggesting a hesitancy to commit. Lastly, deflection or shifting blame. Watch out for conversations that consistently sidestep discussions about the future or place blame on external factors. This could indicate deceptive communication. In summary, being mindful of these signs and phrases can help you navigate communication in relationships. How to counter Deceptive communication. Deceptive commitments can be emotionally challenging. Thus, we'll explore effective ways to navigate these situations. First, identify deception. Recognizing deceptive commitments is crucial. Pay attention to actions aligning with words over time. Note any discrepancies between promises made and actual steps taken. Prioritize open communication. To counter deceptive commitments, prioritize open communication. Ensure that words align with actions over time. Look out for inconsistencies between stated intentions and actual behavior. Early discussions about long-term goals are key to setting clear expectations. Observe actions over words. Actions speak louder than words. If someone continually avoids commitment or fails to follow through on promises, take note. Healthy relationships thrive on consistency and mutual understanding. Discuss long-term goals. Engage in open conversations about long-term goals and expectations early in the relationship. Discuss where you both see yourselves in the future. This helps in establishing a foundation of trust and shared the understanding. Establish boundaries. Set clear boundaries. If you sense deceptive commitments, establish boundaries to protect your emotional well-being. Clearly communicate your expectations and ensure they align with the level of commitment you desire. In conclusion, recognizing and countering deceptive commitments involves a combination of open communication, observation, and setting clear boundaries. Remember, healthy relationships are built on trust, honesty, and mutual commitment. Number 2, chameleon manipulation. Chameleon manipulation involves mirroring the interests and characteristics of the targeted person to create a false sense of compatibility. Those using this technique mimic the likes, hobbies, and even values of the other person, presenting themselves as the ideal partner. To seduce through chameleon manipulation, someone might pretend to share all the same interests as the target, feigning enthusiasm for activities or beliefs, even if they differ from their true preferences. This technique aims to build rapport by appearing highly compatible, ultimately advancing the relationship physically by leveraging this false connection. Signs of chameleon manipulation. Signs of chameleon manipulation include excessive mirroring. Watch out for someone who suddenly seems overly interested in your hobbies, interests, or values, even if it contradicts their usual preferences. Phrases like, "I love that too," or "we're so alike," might indicate this behavior. Another sign is inconsistency in their interests. Notice if their supposed shared interests fluctuate or seem forced, lacking genuine enthusiasm or depth. Keep an eye on their adaptability. While flexibility in relationships is healthy, extreme adaptability solely to match your preferences could indicate chameleon manipulation. Recognizing these signs can help you discern genuine compatibility from fabricated likeness. Healthy relationships thrive on authenticity and mutual respect, not on the imitation of shared interests. How to counter chameleon manipulation. First, identify chameleon manipulation. Recognizing chameleon manipulation is key. Look for sudden, excessive alignment in interests and values. Pay attention if someone seems too perfect a match, showing unwavering agreement without any differences. Maintaining individuality. To counter this, maintain your individuality within relationships. Embrace your own interests and values without compromise. Be wary if someone overly adapts to mirror your preferences without genuine curiosity or understanding. Open discussions. Encourage open discussions about differences. Healthy relationships thrive on acceptance and understanding of each other's unique traits. Embrace diversity rather than seeking absolute agreement. Observe consistency. Observe consistency in behavior. Authenticity remains steady over time. If someone's interests fluctuate to match yours too perfectly, it might signal manipulation. Trust your instincts. Finally, trust your instincts. If something feels off or too good to be true, take a step back and assess the situation. Your intuition is a powerful tool in recognizing manipulation. Chameleon. Manipulation aims to create false compatibility. By maintaining your individuality, fostering open discussions, observing consistency, and trusting your instincts, you can counter this technique and build genuine connections based on mutual understanding and acceptance. Number 3, playing hard to get playing. Hard to get involves deliberately acting disinterested or aloof to manipulate someone into pursuing you more aggressively. Individuals using this technique position themselves as a valuable prize, feigning low interest even when genuinely interested. To seduce using this, one might respond slowly to messages, cancel plans frequently, or seem uninterested despite attraction. They aim to create a chase, making the other person invest more effort in gaining their attention, ultimately giving the illusion of being unattainable. Here's a simple step-by-step breakdown. 1. Limited availability. Respond infrequently or take longer to reply to messages. 2. Fluctuate interest. Show interest one moment and pull back the next. 3. Cancel plans. Occasionally cancel or postpone meetings or dates. 4. Create mystery. Keep some aspects of your life or feelings hidden to spark curiosity. 5. Stay non-committal. Keep conversations light and avoid committing to future plans too readily. This technique relies on creating a sense of pursuit, making the other person work harder for attention or affection. How to counter this? 1. Understanding the game. When someone plays hard to get, they might seem disinterested even when they like you. They delay responses, cancel plans, and keep things mysterious to make you chase after them. It's crucial to recognize your own worth and set healthy boundaries. Here's how to counter this tactic. Step 1. Valuing yourself. Value yourself. Know your worth. Don't chase someone who constantly plays games. It's important to be with someone who respects your time and efforts. Step 2. Communicate openly. Open communication. Express your feelings and concerns. Let them know you prefer honesty and directness in a relationship. Step 3. Set boundaries. Set boundaries. Establish what you're comfortable with and stick to it. Don't invest all your time and energy if they're not reciprocating. Step 4. Observe consistency. Consistency matters. Watch for consistency in their actions. If someone's playing games, assess if this aligns with what you seek in a relationship. In summary, while playing hard to get might seem like a game, it's important to maintain respect and honesty in relationships. By valuing yourself, communicating openly, setting boundaries, and observing consistency, you'll navigate this tactic with confidence. With this, we conclude today's video on the art of seduction, exploring different techniques and how to navigate them ethically. Remember, the art of seduction involves mutual respect and genuine connections. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Have you experienced these tactics? How did you handle them? If you found this helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more insights on navigating relationships. Thanks for watching.